Okay, so x equals 4?
I put up another problem here. It looks like you're moving on to three. I was
Oh,
wanting you to try this one.
sorry.
We can
Sure,
absolutely get to the three, and four is correct for number three. That is
okay,
absolutely correct. But I'd like you to try this one
sure.
as well.
So, 0.64 or 0.64.
Yeah, 0.64. Yes, very good. Okay. The three is correct. Why don't you try number four? Hopefully you've seen that in class.
So wait, what's the multiple?
Multiples.
So
Multiples. If not, I'll give you an example.
sure, I was probably gonna be example. So just
Okay, so let's say I want the first three multiples of nine and
um
11. Let's do 11. That's 11, and then you're going up 11 each time. So 22, 33, 44, and so on.
uh,
And what I don't know is whether the first one counts. Um, I don't think it does. So I think you want three bigger
okay.
than it. So go ahead and write those out and let me know what you come up with.
Okay. So 7 times 2 is 14 and 21 and 28. Wait. No, 15, 35. So 14, 21, 28, 35, and 42.
We're good. It's good for me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, for number five, go ahead and let me know which one you end up circling.
Is congruent? What is that again? Is it like like, it'll
Congruent
be,
means that it's got the same,
yeah,
it's the same.
yes.
We'll just leave it like that.
So B.
Yeah, B is correct. All right, six is missing some information. Any chance your teacher does like any sort of like thing on the
No.
black, well, I don't know how to do. Well, we
Yeah.
can do it. It's just that it's missing. It's potentially missing some
Yeah.
information. So what you have to do here, which I don't like, is you have to presume that this comes up. This line right here comes up, and it's really here, and that makes the whole length 8. So this is 8 at the top. And then similarly, this blue right here, it comes around. I'm sorry, this one here comes over here, so it's like that. So
4.
the whole thing is 10.
So what this says it would be 4.
What is that?
4?
For what? What is for?
Like the one of the sides?
We don't know. That's the thing. We
Oh,
don't know, but we know the whole length is 4. So if you like push it out, push that out, you get a 10 and an 8.
yeah.
So it's true that the perimeter is just it's just the two sides added together twice. Like that is true. But it's because you're like pushing out this wall. Imagine like this blue thing sliding out to the right, this red thing sliding up.
Mm-hmm.
You agree or disagree?
Wouldn't it be? I would probably agree, right? Because that's 10. That's 10. Yeah, I think I would probably agree.
Okay. Any questions on that?
No.
Okay.
Mm.
Good. All right. Let me, so for number seven, you're looking back at this figure here,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like the discussion we were just having, which is like, what happens if you were to bump out like those walls? Like if it was really this, what would the area be if it was bumped out? Well, the area would be 10 times 8, which is 80.
80. So
But
80
because,
centimeters?
yeah, centimeters squared. But because it's missing this little piece, it's going to be less than. Because this
Okay.
little piece here would take away from it.
Okay.
All right. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I want you to try number 8 on your own. And I'm going to be right back with you. It's a fraction problem, or 9, 8 or 9. Be right back with you in shortly. Okay, I am back. Did you try either 8 or 9? Do you have a answer for
Um,
me?
so I wasn't sure. Do you have to make the denominators the same?
Well, you can add the whole numbers. Like you can add 2 plus 1,
Well,
and
I'm
then
doing
you've got
number
to,
9, so I
are you doing
was,
9?
yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
All right.
So I
Well,
got I like changed it to an improper fraction,
okay.
which I think's 3/4.
If it's improper, it's 3 times 1 plus the 1,
Yeah, so 3 times 1 is
which is,
3 plus 4 is 3/4. Yeah,
yeah, 4
that's right.
thirds. So it's 4 thirds
Times
times
4
4
fifths,
fifths.
which would be
And you just,
16/15.
that's it.
Okay.
That's your answer. Now you might in your class be asked to convert this to a mixed number.
I don't think she cares about that just as long as it's simplified.
Okay. Okay. So let's go to did you try number 8 yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so like I mentioned, you can add the whole numbers and then you can add the fraction parts. So the whole numbers are 3. Why don't you add the fraction parts for me?
Oh, see. Mm, hang on, so 34 over 21.
Okay. Sounds okay to me. 14 and
And 18.
18. So I actually get 32 over
Two, sorry,
21.
yeah, 32.
32 over 20. That's good. And then one of the issues with this though is that it is bigger than 1. So you do want to convert this to
Improper. Or
a
sorry,
mixed
sorry,
number,
two
a
mixed
mixed
numbers.
number. Yeah.
Okay. How do you do the mixed? How do you convert to the mixed number again?
So you take the top number and you subtract the bottom number from it. That gives you 11.
Mm-hmm.
And then you divide by the bottom number.
11 divided by 21.
And so there the fact that since the top is bigger than the bottom, that means there's a 1 there.
Mm-hmm.
So it becomes this
So 1 over.
1.
Okay.
And then you
So
can and then
4
you can
over 11.
4 and 11 over 21 for that.
Okay. Okay. So 10. And we're doing a hexagon?
Okay, fantastic. So now we can go on to the new stuff here. Why don't we
So,
why don't we move to the grouping 7 through 14? Um, my guess is the first few you've got pretty good understanding of.
well,
So why don't you?
yeah, I could.
Or,
Yeah, never mind.
we'll probably have time to go back, but if you don't mind, like because we
Mhm.
we
Yeah.
I don't want to miss out on doing the harder ones. This is builds into the next one. So give this a try, please.
Okay. Mm, so 7, negative 45 plus 9. 54.
For
So
which one?
negative 54 for 7.
For number One's positive, one's negative though. So the answer
Oh,
could be negative, could be positive. You
yeah.
first determine the sign, and it is negative.
Yeah, it's negative because.
And then you take the larger number without the sign, subtract the smaller number,
Mhm.
which is
Yeah.
36.
Why would why would you subtract?
Well, this is the way that you add and subtract positives. So it sounds like maybe you guys have not covered this. So when you have one positive and one negative, here is the rule. You first determine the sign of the
Yeah,
answer.
we went over that today.
Okay, and then you look at the numbers without the sign. So without the signs, so in this case, it's a 45 and a 9. You take the larger and subtract the smaller without the signs.
Okay. Hmm. Okay.
That should have been made really clear in class, so we're gonna make it really clear now.
Which, yeah, because
Your
it just
number
seems like
8,
since it is addition for number
it
7.
is addition, but addition and subtraction are actually the same.
Yeah. Okay.
Which may not make sense at first, but it will at some point. So 37, number 8, and maybe we need to go through these a little slower here. I just assumed these were all kind of things you had seen. So let me snip them in one at a time here. Number 8 here. You've got one positive and one negative. Which is further from 0?
The negative.
The negative. So we know the answer is negative. Then you take the numbers without the signs, and you take
Add
the
them or
larger
subtract
and
them.
subtract the smaller.
Okay.
You have to get this down, or you
Okay.
will never.
Yeah.
You would struggle in math forever with these kinds of problems.
53.
So
Okay.
yeah,
So it would be negative 53.
I don't know where you're getting 53 from. 37 and 60,
Oh,
60 minus 37.
sorry. So so it's 23.
Yes, negative 23 is the answer.
Negative 23. Okay.
All right. Now that you got that down,
Next one's 40.
try number 9 on your own. Same
Okay.
idea.
Step by
You got to
step
first decide
positive.
whether it's positive or negative.
Then 29.
It is positive 29. Good. All right. Try number 10.
Number 10. Wait. Positive 70.
Agreed. All right. 11 is like the ones we've been doing. So let's do 11 next. 12 we'll talk about.
Okay. 11 is $19.
Yes. All right. Now 12. Actually, I'm sorry. Let me have you do 13 next. 13 is like the ones we've been doing.
Okay. 13. So negative
Negative what?
14.
Yes, you got it. Okay. All right. Now 12 is slightly different. 12 is same sign.
Or both negative. So
Yeah, that tells you
you keep the sign and then
right, and
just
then you
subtract
add
or
no, you
add them.
add the numbers without the signs.
79 plus 15
Yes.
is 94. So
Okay. Try 14. It is similar.
okay. -2.
And then you keep
Or
the
sorry,
sign,
it's addition.
and
It's addition.
then you add the
That's right.
numbers.
It's 96. Sorry.
Positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative 96, yes. Okay, for the next grouping of questions, 15, 16, and 17, you're going to put the number in for
14 plus 8.
-8. It's -8.
Oh,
And then you have to decide, is it same sign or opposite sign?
opposite.
Okay, so this is the answer is positive because 14 is further
Larger.
from zero, further from zero.
Yes.
Be careful with that. Larger could mean something else.
Yeah.
And then you take the numbers without the signs and subtract them. So 14 minus 8.
8. And that would be 6.
Okay, good. So for 16 here, it is 6 plus -8.
Okay. So 6. Okay, the -8 is further from 0. So -2.
Let's try the next one there.
Negative 9 plus 8. -15. -23.
Okay, good. And the last one there, 6 plus 5 plus -15. You want to do this from left to right.
Okay, so 6 plus 4. So you do 6 plus 5, which is 11, and then -15. Okay.
Yep.
So it's going to be -4.
-4, good. All right, the next grouping of questions is really, really similar. For each one, you have to add the two quantities together.
Mm-hmm.
Like for the first one here, you're gonna see how it says E plus F for each. You just take the two numbers and you add them together.
Okay.
Second one, you add them together. The third one, you add them together.
Okay.
So go ahead and give those a try. Let me know what you come up with.
Okay. +38.
Okay, good.
Okay, next one. And adding 3. So -80.
Good. Keep going.
Okay. Plus 2. 2. 1. 2. No. -29. -29.
Okay, I agree. Good. Doing really well on those. Just for time's sake here, let's go to 25.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna help here. Um, so it says write two different equations that have a sum. What math operation is sum?
Isn't it addition?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sums to -10. Okay.
Okay.
So sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you're like, well, how do I even do that? Let's pretend like it's 10. Give me two numbers that add to 10.
So two numbers add to 10, 5
Yes.
plus 5, and
Okay, so
7
let's
plus
go
3.
5 plus 5 equals 10. Since we really want negative 10, let's make them
5.
both negative.
Okay, so negative 5 minus plus negative.
So there's your
Okay.
equation 1. Okay. Now, that's equation 1. Now let's do the same thing with two positive numbers. Or I'm sorry, let's now subtract. I'm sorry, back up here. Let's do subtraction to get to 10.
Okay.
So what would you do to give me two numbers that you could subtract to get to 10?
20 minus 10. Or that's just the example. So no, that's
I can't do that.
okay. So subtract to 10.
Yeah, just give me something
Okay.
minus something equals 10. Give me,
Okay, so um 30
don't
minus
overthink
20.
it. What's
30
that?
minus 20. 30
Okay,
minus
30.
20.
That does work. Okay, great. But we really want negative 10.
So
So watch this. We're gonna change the signs of both of those. Does this now work?
yeah.
So 30 went to negative, negative 20 went to
Yeah.
positive.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. There's your two equations. So sometimes you do it where you go to the one that's nice and then you work it out that way, kind of backwards.
Mhm.
All right, let's make sure we get some more done here. Okay, so 26.
7. Okay.
We're gonna go to 540. I just don't want to make sure that we get
Okay.
all these final ones in, then we'll go back. Temperature dropped 10 degrees in 5 hours. If the starting temperature was 9 degrees, what was the final temperature? So it started at,
-1. So
yes. Now you want to show your equation. You want to show what you did to get there, your work, if you will, right?
okay. Okay. So then -1 degrees Fahrenheit is now the temperature.
Good.
Okay.
All right. So number 27 is kind of a situation where you're going to have a few like add and subtracts in there. So look for words like increased or gained. Gained is a plus, lose is a minus, lose is a minus, gained is a plus, lost is a minus. So see if you can show your work
Okay.
for what has happened.
So it's +2 -5 -1 +4 -6. Okay. So that's 2. So right now it's +2. And -5 is -3. And -1 is -4. Then +4 is 0. Then -6 is -6. So it's just gonna be lost negative or lost so -6, I guess.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
It is -6. So you could say that it lost 6 points. Good. All right,
Okay.
let's go back to 22, 23, and 24.
Mhm.
Kind of like the mixed review on the back, you really want to like simplify and then
So
make a
yeah.
decision
So
before
would this
you
be
before
0 and 0? So just equal.
sure, and then figure out what symbol goes there.
Equal. It's equal.
Okay, agreed.
Okay. And 32. That one is equal as well. For 23 is equal. Because both would equal 13. Oh, wait, that's -13. So no. wouldn't be equal. So the 32 minus negative 19 would be larger than negative 13.
But what symbol goes here between them? It's the first one, the
13
second one.
is larger.
So which symbol? Yeah, I agree, but like you gotta get the right symbol in there. I want to make sure you know which one it is. Is it the first one here or the second one?
It would be the, wouldn't it be the greater than? Or would it be less than?
It's which one?
Well,
All right, let
it's
me help
still,
out here. This is less than, and
okay,
this
so
is
it's greater
greater
than.
than.
It's greater than.
Like, I'm not trying to be difficult, but it's like
Yeah.
important that you like know which symbol it is and could say which one
Yeah.
it is and all that stuff. So
Mhm.
go ahead and do the last one here
The
for
other
me,
one is less
please.
than.
What's the number?
18.
Negative 18.
Negative 18. Sorry.
Negative. It doesn't change the answer, but it does, it's
Yeah.
important. It's
Yeah.
really important. Okay. So we've got like 3 minutes left. Why don't you work on these problems here? I'm just going to hang out on the Zoom here. If you have questions, you can ask me
Okay.
about these first six and, let me know.
Uh, Okay. So for number 5, um,
One positive and one negative.
yeah. Number 5, would it be negative 2?
Yes.
Okay, great. So okay, so well, then I just did all 6 of those.
Give me your answers to each of those.
Okay, so for number 1, it's negative 2.
Good.
For number 2, it's negative 6.
Good.
For number 3, it's 3. Then for number 4, it's 3.
Okay.
For number 5, it's 2, negative 2. Then for number 6, it's negative 7.
Really good. Really good. Okay. Excellent. I think that's going to do it for us for today. Lessons are, between 35 and 40 minutes, just depending on what we need.